Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, December 4th. From the San Antonio Express News, my name is Luis Vasquez, and this is your Express Briefing. All of the stories you need to know to start your day. You can expect mostly sunny skies and a high of 60 degrees in San Antonio today. If you've had to work from home this year, you're probably wondering if your home office is a tax-deductible business expense. Head over to expressnews.com to find out why you shouldn't get too excited about a drastic change to your taxes. The Bexar County Military and Veterans Services Center will host a D-Day Document Day today to help veterans file federal disability claims. We have everything you need to know about that over at expressnews.com. Also today, via Metropolitan Transit will offer free rides in observance of Rosa Parks Day. And now let's move on to our top stories for the day. When a fierce solar flare battered the Earth 161 years ago, electricity surged through the telegraph lines and frazzled communications as a rainbow of auroras lit up the skies around the world. The so-called Carrington event of September 1859 was the strongest geomagnetic storm to hit the planet in at least 500 years, according to NASA. Scientists agree it's a matter of time before a similar solar storm hits Earth again. And society is more vulnerable to electromagnetic disturbances, whether from the sun or human-made high-altitude nuclear blasts. San Antonio is at the forefront of the nation's electromagnetic defense research and response. Brandon Lingle takes a closer look at the issue in his latest collaboration with Report for America. Whether a woman delivers by cesarean has less to do with her health than the hospital she goes to. The case in point, the Doctors Hospital of Laredo, where rates of surgical intervention during childbirth are way above the norm. Experts say something isn't right. C-sections can be life-saving for mothers and babies, but they carry their own risks, some of them severe. A high rate is considered a strong indicator that a hospital may be overusing the surgery. Of mothers who fit the criteria for low risk and who gave birth at Doctors Hospital in 2019, 31% had C-sections. That's nearly double the statewide average. This story is the first part in the Off the Charts investigation series from our Marina Starley Freiker and the University of Texas at Austin's Christian McDonald. A key ally in Mayor Ron Nirenberg's successful bid to convince voters to approve his $154 million job training program warned Thursday that plans to hire 63 new city employees to oversee it would be a huge waste of money and create a bloated bureaucracy. Under the latest proposal, the city essentially would create a new agency to run the program. It would enroll participants in job training and college degree programs and help make sure they don't drop out. The city plans to mount a nationwide search for an executive director. Leaders from the COPS Metro, a local grassroots advocacy group, have concerns about the plan. Joshua Fechter lays out the disagreement in his latest article. Gilbert Garcia writes, quote, "When Mario Bravo runs for office, the campaign tends to be more of a civics lesson than a manifestation of a candidate's political ambition. Bravo, a project manager from the Environmental Defense Fund and a Move Texas board member, challenged local legend Paul Elizondo in the 2018 Democratic primary for county commissioner. Along the way, Bravo denounced what he called a Wild West mentality in Bexar County government. You can read Garcia's latest column for more on Bravo's vision and what he's been doing since finishing third in the 2018 primary. Head over to expressnews.com to find San Antonio coronavirus testing sites that don't require a doctor's referral. You can find the site closest to you by entering your address, selecting a circle to find out more about a location, including if it's appointment only and if it has drive-through testing. Next up are your need-to-know headlines. You can find all of these headlines and more inside of your Express News subscription. San Antonio Metropolitan Health District reported 760 new coronavirus cases on Thursday. Area hospitals were caring for 593 coronavirus patients, with 104 needing ventilators. San Antonio theater artist St. Shimmy, known for her work with Jumpstart Performance Company and in burlesque, died after she was hit by a car. She was 49. Despite opposition, City Council on Thursday approved a rezoning request that allows Crosspoint and UT Health San Antonio School of Nursing to create a 40-bed women's wellness campus. U.S. Representative Joaquin Castro came up short in his bid to lead the powerful House Foreign Affairs Committee, but nonetheless drew sizable support and established himself as an increasingly influential member of the committee. Hearst, the corporate parent of the Express News, is giving $50,000 to the San Antonio Association of Hispanic Journalists Scholarship Fund. H-E-B Pharmacies will be one of the many distribution sites in San Antonio when a COVID-19 vaccine is released to the public, according to the grocery store chain. SpaceX's Starship SN8 could blast off from a launch facility in Boca Chica as soon as 9 a.m. Friday, with alternate dates on Saturday and Sunday, according to the Federal Aviation Administration's Notice to Airmen and Temporary Flight Restrictions database. A major project planned for the east side has hit financial roadblocks, and two of its developers have dropped out. Now, a city nonprofit is swooping in to help move it forward with full property tax exemption and tax-exempt bonds. Local officials announced San Antonio will host the Routes Americas Conference in February 2022, an event that connects airport officials and airline executives to discuss expanding routes and air service. Tourism officials say the city's depressed visitors industry will fully recover, but maybe not until the end of 2023. Cassandra Matej, president and CEO of Visit San Antonio, told the city council on Thursday that, quote, recovery from COVID will be a long and volatile process. It's not secret U.S. Senator Ted Cruz is on the short list of potential 2024 White House contenders being invited to a key GOP leadership meeting next month. But it might surprise some that Governor Greg Abbott is also being invited. 9 members of Congress from Texas joined Republican colleagues and are demanding that the Attorney General William Barr confirm that the Department of Justice is still investigating allegations of 2020 election fraud and to release the findings. Pediatric psychologist Kristen Criado knows this Christmas season will be a tough one for kids. Even her own 6-year-old son, Robbie, feels a bit of a pandemic panic when it comes to Santa. He told me, I don't want to sit on his lap this year. I just want to be able to tell him something, said Criado, an associate with the New Day Pediatric Psychology in San Antonio. Which is why Criado and other experts stress it's important to remind children that Santa Claus is still coming to town. He's just making some adjustments like the rest of us. We have some ways to soothe your child's Santa anxiety over at expressnews.com. A Hondo company is offering 20-minute virtual Santa visits for kids and office parties. The pandemic has been an employment boon for Santas who can now work virtually from anywhere, and kids get more time with the big guy. Calvin Finch's Christmas gift ideas for the gardener on your list include ways to establish ambitious goals. Neil Sperry answers readers' questions about Christmas cacti and more in his down-to-earth column. A package of ingredients to cook together over Zoom, or an assortment of the season's best from the store. Either way, food shows you care. The documentary, My Darling Vivian, aims to share a part of Johnny Cash's biography long dwarfed by his relationship with second wife June Carter Cash, his relationship with his first wife, San Antonian Vivian Liberto. With born in the 1990s foursome of DeJounte Murray, Derek White, Lonnie Walker IV, and Keldon Johnson leading the way, the Spurs will have a youthful feeling as team workouts get underway on Friday. And that's all for today. This was your Express briefing for Friday, December 4th. My name is Luis Vasquez. Please consider becoming an Express News subscriber to get in-depth coverage on all the stories you heard today. Also, be sure to rate and review this podcast inside of your Apple Podcast app, as it really helps the show. Have a wonderful day, everyone.